can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red free, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, behind you,
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it go. I get it go.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this a winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
2 yards. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man completes it to Butler. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Butler.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Logan Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action with Hurts. This will be taken in by Hightower. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing is Hurts. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives out.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run here with Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
24 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 7.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second down now. It's Sanders. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Bengals first down.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at
the gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Forced out to his left. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good on the extra point. The lead is now 21-14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete.
Tyler Boyd, 70 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
7-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Sanders shaking and baking. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and goal.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Brings up.
And that's something that he does consistently, puts quarterbacks on the ground. And Carlos Dunlap, maybe not a household name around the NFL, but everyone knows he comes to play each and every year. He hasn't had less than 7.5 sacks since 2012, had 9 in 2000.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Eagles 34. Bengals 21.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nate Gary.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Eagles 40.
out of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Back at the 37-yard line.
On second down, Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Another run here with Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off the arc, he completes it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For an Eagles.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback is hit.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Give him 7 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Bengals 29. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sanders has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's second down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On second down, it's Sanders. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
You have to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now here is another interception, picked off by Nate Gehring. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And my goodness, another and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Watch your tots. Jalen Hurts sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense. Today's final
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
grind game, overtime's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss.